I think the word that always strikes me most when I think of him is pure, like the sense of purity, a pure human being. Everything he does, every intention that he has is pure and kind and good.
The amazing thing that Mr. V did in 1997 wasn't that he founded a school, it was that he founded a community.
His vision was really to create a school that would service the students here of Newark and provide them with the absolute best education that they could get. And it's not just the best education for students in Newark, it's the best education for anyone in this country. And that was his vision and that was his mission. And here we are about to grow to 14 schools. That is going to be Jamey's legacy.
He taught me to have pride in myself and to speak out when something was wrong and not just hold it in.
He's the school leader I aspire to be, and the parent that I aspire to be, and the husband I aspire to be.
He comes in every morning, you don't know what's going on in his personal life, but he's always positive. And to see that, it just inspires me.
If I had to describe Jamey in 3 words, I would say civil rights leader.
He's a landmark for the city of Newark. There are hundreds and thousands of children who were taught by Mr. V or led by Mr. V whose lives are different because of his work.
Mr. V truly believes in the mission of urban education for children and for children in Newark. And basically what he does, it's infectious.
But Mr. V has that ability to, bring out the best in you in your best times and in your worst times.
One of the most important things that Jamey does for us is he reminds us of why we do this work, why we've committed ourselves to what can be very challenging as a career, as an experience, as a life choice.
Mr. V, he takes time out of his life to make sure that we get back on track when we mess up, or to make sure that we always staying on top of our game.
I can learn how to be a leader just by following his footsteps in the future.
Mr. V is North Star. He doesn't need walls, he doesn't need books, he doesn't need a roof, he doesn't need a lesson plan. If Mr. V had a tent in Washington Park, his children would still learn.
I came to North Star in the 5th grade. Mr. V has been a big help and inspiration to me and has had a profound impact on my life.
Mr. V is probably the only person in my life that I could consider a mentor. I never really had somebody who took so much interest in me personally and who gave me so much of themselves.
His enthusiasm is out of the world. He, during community circle, he would tell us stories with these complex morals, but he puts it in words that we understand.
I don't like Mr. V, I love Mr. V. He's like my grandfather.
Every single day, every year when we have new students coming into the school, he always sees the greatest things in them. He sees the potential in every student and just works tirelessly to make sure that every student in his building, every teacher in his building really reaches their full potential.
He knew that I was always trying to reach the pinnacle of my life, but I wasn't doing it the right way. He taught me the right way to do it, and always being fair and being a leader is what, if you need to go to somebody to learn how to be a leader, Mr. V is always the one to go to.
The moments I remember best of Jamey are him standing up in front of a room of 50, 100, 200 people and preaching and holding court and speaking inspirational words.
His way of walking through the world is just something that I aspire to be able to do. I ask questions now before I make decisions that I wouldn't have asked before. I try to think about the why as opposed to what happened in front of me. And that's because he stopped me and said, do you know why that child is doing that? You might want to ask. And so I really appreciate that. It's made me a better human being, not only a better teacher or a better dean.
What I learned with Mr. V was responsibility, how to work with people, kids. I saw him when he talking with the kids or with the teachers. He looked to the person right in the eyes, and he's honest, really honest, and let you know that whatever you need, he's gonna give you a hand or help you.
Mr. V is like an angel. It seems like he always comes around at the right moment. You always see him at the right moment, and every time you see him, it's like a vibe, and it just makes you smile. If you don't smile, there's something wrong with you.
It's only inevitable that a man like him will go to another plateau and start something higher than what he has already accomplished.
He's one of the most amazing people I know, and I appreciate Mr. V more than I can express.
I just wanted to let Mr. V know that I am going to keep pushing, and that I am going to see that my kids go to college and that they succeed, and that I will always be a part of the North Star family. And I love him very much.
The impact he's made on me is it's unquantifiable. It can't be put into words. I want you to know that I love you, Jamey, and I speak probably for everybody who's ever met you, and we love you dearly, and thank you for being you, because you are incredible.
I want him to know that all the green shirts in Newark are for him, that he is present in every one of our schools and every one of our classrooms.
Who made Amir a great man in the end? Taimir. He made himself a great man. Okay, he did it himself. Did anybody else catch the water buffalo for him? No. Did anybody do the hunting for him? No. He did it who? Himself. Very good. He did it himself. In the end, that's what we will need to do to be great. But each of you possesses within you something special and unique. Did Amir think he had it? No. What was his reputation before? Do nothing, Amir. That he couldn't do anything. He had no faith in himself, nor did his village have faith in him. But he rose above, because inside Amir there was a great man. And inside every one of you there is a great person ready to come out and shine brightly for others.
Mr. V's kryptonite, some of you may not know this, but as Director of Operations, I certainly do. Mr. V's kryptonite, and he's probably going to mimic this as I say it, is technology. I will get emails from Mr. V, and they will just say, help. As we all know, that Superman can change his clothes in an instant, and he usually does it in a phone booth. I don't know if anyone's ever been here on Halloween, but Mr. V will come dressed professionally for work, and then all of a sudden, Mr. V runs to the bathroom, and the next minute he's jumping on a table and he's dressed up as a pirate, handing out candy.
And Jamey comes in roaring, with a sword in his hand, dressed in full pirate regalia, the eye patch, the bandana, the full works.
On Halloween, he dressed up as a pirate and told all of the kids a great story. He was running across the tables, and all the kids were so excited, and he has all of this energy.
I ran into a person dressed up as Christopher Columbus, and of course, this was Jamey Verrilli, the principal of the school.
I interviewed with Mr. V and Monica Jordan at the time, and during the interview was going very well. In the middle of it, he says, I need to step out for about 15 minutes. So I said, okay, and I sat quietly, just waiting. And I see Mr. V run back and forth, and he was like in full costume. He had on the top hat and a coat portraying, I can't remember which historic figure it was. And I kind of remember him running into a classroom, the whole classroom was in an uproar, and thinking to myself, what am I getting myself into? And he came back and conducted the interview with the same outfit on.
This isn't really a joke, this is serious. We have a third 8th grade team, and I think they should be called Jamey. And so it would be like Amani, Salam, and Jamey. Or they could be called V, which we would spell V-E-E. So V, Amani, Salam, please line up, or 8th grade teams. V, you need to stay behind, or Jamey, stay behind. What really would work too, we would say it with like an Italian, we could say it's an Italian virtue and just make up something. And we could get bumper stickers that say WWVD. And we would know what that means. The rest of the world might misconstrue that WWVD as something else, worldwide, something, something. And thank you, and I love you. And I'm an idiot.